Thank you for that kind introduction. It is good to be home. Principal Arbogast, Assistant Principals Clay, Williams, and Johnson, faculty, staff, parents, and most importantly, the distinguished class of 2016. Good morning and congratulations. You have made it. Now, I'm not just talking to the students, teachers, staff, parents, you've made it too. But based on some of the looks on your faces and some of the conversations I've overheard, I think the most apt pronouncement for you is that you survived. Indeed, your sacrifices day after day and year after year are well documented, and we sincerely thank you. Again, I'm honored and thankful for the opportunity to be back home with you, the graduates, to share with you on this momentous occasion to celebrate it being over. However, I don't come bearing all good news today. Yes, you have taken that all-important first step to obtaining your important high school diploma and fighting through the years of study, pointless direction from the know-it-all teachers and the know-it-all parents. So on behalf of these parents and these teachers, let me be the first to tell you what they so desperately can't wait for you to experience for yourself. It is really over. And you, the young graduate, are in for a rude awakening. You see, today, by simply shifting your tassel from one side to the next, you are instantly losing. You are losing the free room and board. You're losing the free home-cooked meals. You're losing the safety net of just being a student. You're losing the benefit of the doubt because you're no longer viewed as a student who's still finding themselves. You're no longer given the pass because you are, after all, just a kid. But disguised in all these losses, you have the perfect opportunity to grow. Today, as they say, is a new day. So this evening, while you're having a blast at Kings Island, enjoying your freedom as an adult, slowly but surely, you'll start to field some of these questions, whether from family members, friends, or even self-imposed. They'll go something like this. Congratulations. So what's next for you? Job well done. So what are you going to do now? Yeah, you graduated, but what are your plans for your life? Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. At first, you'll start to answer these questions with authority and conviction. I'm going to state. I'm going to basic training. I'm going to WVU, trade school, Marshall, A&T, Wesleyan, Fairmont, Marietta, UC, Tech. I'm going to be a Navy SEAL. I'm going to Jesuit. I'm taking a year off and I'm getting married. But if you're honest, you'll soon start to find that the more people ask you, the more you'll start to wonder, is my next step really taking me to where I want to go? Am I taking this step because I want to or because I'm expected to? Or am I just biding my time until I can figure something out? Then you'll start to have conversations with yourself, hopefully not out loud. What if I change my mind? Can I change my mind? No, I can't change my mind because I've already told people what I'm going to do. I'm going to major in political science, I'm going to minor in accounting, I'm going to get married and get a job because that's what I'm supposed to do. It's secure. It will provide me with stability. That's what my parents will want. That's what society does. They do safe things. And I'm going to do the safe thing because I'm petrified of the alternative, which is admitting to myself that I really don't know what I want to do. So to the students who have it all figured out, congratulations. Maybe this message isn't for you. But to the person who's sitting there like I did over 20 years ago, thinking that you kind of know what you want to do, but you really don't know how to get there, let me tell you what someone told me that made it plain as day. These 5 words crystallized my path, and after hearing them, I not only knew what I wanted to do, I actually knew how to get there. So as they say, if you remember nothing else that I say this morning, remember these 5 words. Get hungry or be hungry. It's simple but complex, precise yet broad, basic yet sophisticated. These 5 words can be broken down into 3 parts. Part 1, get hungry. Find a passion. What is it that you really want to do? Do it. You want to be a doctor? Go to medical school. You want to be a teacher? Get your certification. You want to be an engineer, a pastor, a beautician, a personal trainer? Do it. You want to start a business? Write the plan and get to it. Just don't follow a path that you didn't fight for yourself. Don't waste time sitting in a classroom majoring in something that you don't even want to major in simply because you think it will provide a nice job. Break the rules, not the law. I'm not advocating that. It's been stated that you're remembered by the rules that you break. And if you think about it, most of the rules aren't even rules. They're simply suggestions or simply not following the norm, going against the status quo. For example, who says that this summer you can't take summer classes to get prepared for your credits? Who says that you can't work 2 jobs as a full-time student while obtaining your degree? So if this means mopping floors and going to school full-time, grab a mop and get to it. Don't accept not trying. If you try and fail, make sure you learn a lesson. But if you never try because it's not in your pre-planned plan of how to be an adult, then you've missed the entire point of life. Then there's the or, the ultimate connector. It's an alternative. And notice that it is also a declaration. It is not a maybe. It is not a probably. It is not a might. In life, as you'll soon learn, there are consequences to actions. But in this scenario, there are consequences to inaction. And this two-letter word sits as a consequence to inaction, and that consequence is getting hungry. I'm not talking about in the physical sense when you're hungry. Yes, it's possible, but I don't want to scare you too bad. Being hungry as a consequence is a bit more sinister than physical hunger. It manifests itself in the simplest form of regret. You don't want to be the person 10 to 15 years from now who never decided to get hungry and chase a dream. And now you're filled with regret as you watch your classmates soar by, as they're leading companies, they're leading teams, or they're maybe even leading a country. You watch them forge ahead in their careers because they sacrificed while others were partying. They delayed gratification while others were spending. You watch them with regret as they forge ahead simply because they got hungry sooner rather than later. These 5 words should be your mantra that forces you to sit down and reevaluate what you need to do, how you need to get there, and decide at that very moment to chase that dream with reckless abandon. Because you know what the alternative is, and to you, the alternative is simply unacceptable. So to the class of 2016, congratulations on your accomplishments. Enjoy this moment with your classmates and your lifelong friends. Be safe on the senior trip and at the parties. Have a blast as a brand new graduate of our beloved South Charleston High School. But promise me this, when all this shakes out and the dust settles, and these questions start to creep in your mind of what to do, promise me that you'll apply these 5 words. When you do, your path will become clear, and you will achieve and surpass any goal you've ever set for yourself. Congratulations, Black Eagles. I look forward to seeing you soar. God bless.